Did y'all hear that story about the woman who went to go take her son to school? She went to go drop her son off at school. She wrote him a note inside of his lunch pail like she does often. And as soon as her son gets out the car, her baby daddy and his girlfriend pull up. Start tripping with her. Her baby daddy puts her in a chokehold. And his girlfriend pulls out a gun and her in the face in front of her child. You don't believe me? I'm going to pull it up. Pause to read. I'm not even going to front. She was 31 years old. I'm 33. This story touches me and it's so near and dear to my heart because that could have been me. And that could have been 1/3 of the population. 1/3 of the population of women are in domestic violence situations, and 75% of them die on their way out. I don't know this lady's whole story, but what I do know is that domestic violence had to be a part of her relationship with him because no man is going to put you in a chokehold if he didn't used to beat on you. No man is going to be okay with his girlfriend pulling out a gun on you if he didn't used to beat on you. Women go through things silently, and then they leave. And when they leave and try to rebuild their life, 75% of those women get killed on their way out. It don't matter if it's days later, months later, or years later. If a man who used to abuse you no longer has access to you, his next step is killing you. So people ask, why did she stay so long? Why didn't she leave? Why didn't she choose better? No man who is abusive starts out abusing you. He'll slowly start to do things. Maybe he'll start to retract a little bit and have you guessing all day. Maybe he'll start to be emotionally unstable. Maybe he'll start to slowly call you names. Maybe he'll start to financially abuse you. It starts with that first, then it gets physical. By the time it gets physical, you already feel stuck and you already have all these other emotions. And if you know, humans, especially women, are driven by emotions. So if you feel like you can't move away from this person, or if you feel like you can't leave away from this person, a lot of the times it's because you have a soul tie to them, but sometimes it is because your spirit already knows that it's going to be a war if you try to leave. I'm so sorry this baby had to watch his mama get gunned down in front of him, in front of his school, by his dad and his girlfriend. You got a whole girlfriend. What are you worried about her for? I will never understand the type of men who are okay with being abusive and the type of women who co-sign to that stuff. Now y'all both about to go do a bid. The baby boy ain't got his mama no more, and the daddy and the girlfriend about to do a bid now. His whole life, that little boy's whole life, just got ripped apart in seconds because of humans' emotions. And y'all wonder why there's so many women who just stay. A lot of women just stay with their abuser because they feel like they're safer if they stay with them. It sounds crazy, but when you leave, 75% of the time you're going to wind up dead. And I'm so sorry that this girl did not make it. I'm so sorry that that baby had to watch that happen. But this is why I have my conference. She survived. On October 18th, I was in 2 different abusive situations from the age of 19 to 29. I had 4 kids within the mix, and I have custody of my nephew, so I'm a single mother of 5. One of my kids is by my ex-husband, who I was with for almost 7 years. 3 of my kids are by my ex-boyfriend, who I was with for 3.5 years. I was abused and cheated on in both of those relationships, financially, emotionally, and physically. Bones were broken, all of that. Nobody knew what was going on until I left and became a content creator and started making content about it when I moved out of town. That's when people found out. I went through 11 years of abuse that nobody knew about. Even with the bones being broken, nobody knew what was really going on. And if they did know, they didn't ask enough questions to help me out. When God freed me, He told me that I have to free other people. I don't like getting on social media talking about abuse. I don't like showing pictures of when my face was all busted up because at the end of the day, I never showed nobody them pictures. It wasn't until years later when God told me to start making content about it that I started to show people pictures of what happened to my face in 2019. In 2021, I had bruises all over my body and broken ribs. You think I wanted to extort myself? I was still going through it. I was still feeling it. No, but God told me to. Because my testimony is freeing other people. Just like this lady who lost her life just to drop her son off at school, lost her life by her ex and his girlfriend. Y'all got to stop judging women who wind up being killed in domestic violence, because as you see, she left. As you see, she let him move on. And he still came back and killed her. So stop judging something that you've never been through. Just pray for women who are in domestic violence situations and start holding these men accountable. How about that? Y'all got so many think pieces on women who choose wrong. What about the men who are wrong? What about the men who are doing it? I don't hear a lot of men making podcasts about abusive men. But you'll make podcasts about dumb women who keep getting pregnant by abusive men. But what about the men who are doing the abusing? Talk about them. Hold them accountable. Oh, you can't because it's your brother. It's your cousin. It's the dude you play basketball with. It's your coach. It's your daddy. It's your uncle. So you can't. You're going to lose your P card. You're going to lose your street rep. Y'all don't really care about women for real. All y'all care about is making it look like you care about somebody. All you care about is your image. Because if you really cared, you would start holding the men who do stuff like this accountable rather than holding women accountable for being abused. For choosing wrong. Why was there even a wrong for her to choose? Why are there even men who are okay with pulling these out on women? Why are there even men who are okay with choking and punching on women? Stomping on women? Why are there men who are okay with that? But the woman's wrong for it happening to her and her being too scared to leave? Or her leaving and then him coming back and killing her? But I bet you in them comment sections we're going to find somebody that's going to blame her for it. We got to do better, y'all. I'll see y'all at my conference on October 18th. She survived. It's going to be a panel. Some souls are going to be set free. I also have a book called Faith, Family, Freedom, The Rosie Experience. It's on Amazon and it's on Barnes & Noble. You can get it on my website, www.rosieexperience.com. Let's start holding ourselves accountable and let's start holding these men accountable. I don't want to see no more stories of this happening to women, but statistics show that 1/3 of women are in these situations and 75% of them die on their way out. Statistics alone show us that we got to do something about it, and it's time. It's time now.